All right. Good evening, Who That Nation. Welcome to the WDN Chatline podcast. This is the host CB. And tonight, this probably won't be a long show, but what we're gonna do tonight, I'm gonna have the phone lines open from the jump. We're gonna talk about the latest news that's done came up with the New Orleans Saints concerning Derek Carr. That is, Derek Carr will be the QB of the New Orleans Saints going into 2025. And before I go any further, I would like to wish you guys a happy Saturday, man. Hope everything went well today. I'm still currently on vacation. I was able to, just chill and relax today. Able to get some combine work in. The past 4 hours, I was watching the quarterbacks, running backs, receivers do their work. So there's some guys out disappointed in, like LeJounte Webster, but we'll get into that if that's brought up. But he got pro day to rebound. But that's basically what I was doing today. But today, this is the latest news, and this is the news that's done got a lot of Saints fans pissed off, and some people even throwing jabs at newly head coach Kellen Moore. I'm gonna go ahead and give my thoughts, man. And before I do that, let me get to the comment section. Shout out to my guy Jerry in the building. Shout out to Jerry Paul says CB, WDN. Jerry said Carr needs to go. Yeah, fam, we definitely about to get into that. But yeah, that's basically what tonight's show is gonna consist of, man. It's not gonna be very long. I'm gonna give my thoughts, and then I'm gonna open up the phone lines. So basically, when I heard the news, what came to mind to me was I was not surprised to hear that. I will say I was a tad bit shocked until I sat back and really thought about it. Who that next? I think we just gotta really sit back and look at what kind of cards could have been played right here. What cards could have been played? Because it's a lot of ways you can look at it. Um, it's a lot of scenarios that can play out from this. Um, I'm gonna just start from the Kellen Moore side of things. Falls with Kellen Moore accepting the Saints job. Me personally, I thought that Kellen Moore was going to accept this job on the fact that Derek Carr would not be his QB. I felt that Kellen Moore that he wanted to start fresh. Now, this is my thought. I don't know what the man was thinking, but I thought he would want to start fresh, newly QB, able to, maneuver a little bit, even though pretty sure he was presented and given the real by Mickey. I mean, I'm pretty sure Kellen Moore knows about cap space and stuff as well. He's kind of up against the wall. He can't go out and make no home run splashes to players like that. So he kind of back against the wall when it comes to free agency as far as making a home run splash. But I personally think that's what I thought Kellen Moore was going to do. And to be honest, it still might be that way with Kellen Moore. So we got to think about it, Who That Nation. Just say that Kellen Moore, and this when I sat back and thought about it, it could play out like this. Kellen Moore, he already sees a QB or two that he may want in the draft. He may be looking at Jackson Dart. What's the other QB from Syracuse? McLeod. He may be looking at guys like that, but the thing is, do you draft those guys and put them out there day one? Or if you got a situation that we have now with Derek Carr, if Derek Carr plays this 2025 season, going into next offseason, he won't count as much in their money and his cap space won't be as much. But with him coming in, it's going to be a big hit. Hopefully they do a restructure or something like that. But currently, as his contract is, if he's able to get through this 2025 season, then that final year, it'll be less pressure. Maybe Kellen Moore's looking at it from that perspective, and it's like, okay, well, since we already got a veteran in Derek Carr here, my guy, if I can get him in this draft, I can bring him in, get him mentored by Derek Carr a year. Then we do away with Derek Carr and give the reins to the new QB. So I believe that's the route that Kellen Moore probably thinking. We'll see how the draft plays out because man, you think about it, it's a lot of ways it can go at 9, and maybe he don't get the QB at 9. Just say if he get the player at 9, and then who knows, we may trade up to about 20. So it depends. It depends what's going on with Jackson Dart. If Jackson Dart get past us, if he make it past 9, I honestly believe that Darts won't get picked up until probably about the bottom of the first or in the 20s, something like that, because a team gonna trade up. And then that's also going to mean that a team like the Raiders or somebody like that, they took a best player available. So that's what I believe is going to happen in a situation like that. If Jackson Dart do not go in the top 10, a team will trade up to get him in the high teens going into the 20s. And I think if that happened, then that's gonna be the time that the Saints going to probably trade up and get Jackson Dawes if that's the guy Kellen Moore won't. But I see 2 people just came in. Shout out to Hurricane Mike, said who that too. Shout out to Leslie Newsom, said used car should be gone. Absolutely, fam. I agree. I definitely agree with that, fam. Hurricane Mike said Derek Carr and a Kellen Moore guy. We're just seeing how next season go. And Leslie and Hurricane Mike, that's kind of why I'm thinking, man. I don't think that Kellen Moore took this job saying Derek Carr is going to be my guy. I don't believe that. And just put the scenario, okay, we get rid of Derek Carr, and then Kellen Moore gets his QB that's been on one of the QBs on his radar. He get his guy in the draft. Now you asking that QB to come in. He gonna start day one. He's gonna start day one. So it's gonna be a lot on his shoulders. Spencer Rattler gonna be sitting right there, and then you got what's the other guy? Jake Hayner. So it's no vet QB on the squad now. If it would have played out like that, I believe they would have went into free agency, brought in a vet QB. But then at that, you still, unless it's somebody like a James, if you want to throw James back out there to start, then you're most likely going to be putting your QB that you drafted out there day one anyway. So this is how I think they're going about this. They know they have Derek Carr in the books. They can save more money if he plays this season, and then they do away with him next offseason. Kellen Moore goes into this draft. He can get a QB that he likes, get him develop and groom, and then go into next training camp or next offseason with this guy, taking the mantle. That's the only way I see it. Now, if it's on some time that Kellen Moore thinks that Derek Carr is his guy, then it come down to it. Derek Carr. I mean, not Derek Carr. If Kellen Moore went into this saying, okay, I want Derek Carr to be my guy going forward, then that's gonna be on Kellen Moore. You messing up your resume, bro. You really messing up your resume if you going into this saying Derek Carr is your guy. That's why I honestly believe it's a little bit more to this. It's a game plan, and I believe it's not 100% guaranteed that he gonna be the QB1. It depends on how this contract thing goes. Because you heard Mickey said that's the plan. The plan is for him to be QB1. But I don't think that in Kellen Moore's eyes it has nothing to do with this is the guy I want to go with. I think this is the fact that you got a vet QB, let him go ahead and play this year. Get your QB, get him groomed. Let him watch the vet, how he go about his day. I mean, all the ins and outs of the game. Let him learn behind a veteran, and not on the field. Derek Carr, isn't the best, but I'm out how to be a professional, stuff like that. Now, I mean, come on, I don't know the guy personally, but I do believe he's a great professional outside the field. But on the field, I really don't know how that's going to work out for Derek Carr. And Derek Carr, he probably won't be real interested in giving game like that anyway. But I believe that's how it's probably going to go down. I don't believe it's going to be a situation where Kellen Moore just said Derek Carr's the guy going into this season. It's a plan behind that. So let me get to some more QBs. Hurricane Mike said the Saints have been talking to quarterback prospects. I believe you, fam. I mean, that's just how I feel. Like that's the most understandable way to look at this. Because I do not believe that Kellen Moore took this job saying, yes, I'm fine with Derek Carr being our guy for the future. It's no way. It's no way that was the case. We just in a bind to where you're going to have to deal with Derek Carr one more season. And it's an understanding between him and Mickey. So, I mean, I believe that's the way it went, man. I'm trying to make I'm really just trying to make. I'm not trying to create a pass for Kellen Moore, because if Kellen Moore, if he think he can do something with Derek Carr, then hey man, be my guest. Try to get something figured out. But Derek Carr is 34, and I'm not saying A-Rod done played the 40, but A-Rod was all-time one of the greats. He a top 10, top 15 great QB of all time. So that's a whole different scenario. But most QBs, like solid QBs in the league, around 36, something around there, that's when they time usually be up, 35, 36. Prime years, unless you the Drew Breeses or the Aaron Rodgers or something like that. Or the Peyton Manning, the Tom Brady's, where you can stretch it out. But Derek Carr, he's not on that level, so we can't look at it like that. Shout out to Derek L. said, who that? BC and the family. Who that to you, fam? Welcome. Hurricane also said, Geno Smith had a breakout year when he was older, but Carr has a lot to do for 11-year-old vet. I'm gonna be honest, man. I don't think that's gonna be the case with Carr. I just think Carr, and I'm not saying he's garbage. I'm not saying he's complete garbage, because we done seen worse QB play. Even before the Sean Payton era, for the ones that was fans before the Sean Payton era. Now, am I saying the guy's completely garbage? I'm not saying he's completely garbage, but he's average at best. So that means on his best day, he's playing a little bit above average. But on consistency, and last season, he had the whole offense kind of started out hot. So I'm really not looking at those two games. Yeah, Derek Carr came out swinging the first two games along with the rest of the offense. And then we wonder where the hell the offense went from weeks 3 all the way to the end of the season. Jerry said, after 5 weeks of festivities on the coast, I can finally rest. Oh, yeah, I feel you, fam. We both, been busy. Derek Carr will be on a short leash. Yeah, that can be the case. And like I said, I don't think it's 100% guarantee that he's gonna that he's gonna be with. I think it's 70% chance. And the reason I say it like that because if Derek Carr doesn't want to do a restructure, if he doesn't want to take a pay cut, which he already said that he's not doing that. He said that from the jump. So if he's not willing to do either of those things, I mean, what do you got? You got that whole 40.1 mil just hitting the cap where a lot of that can be a signing bonus, converted to a signing bonus. So hopefully it's a plan with Derek Carr, man. I mean, on the contract situation. Leslie Newsom said, Mickey said Carr gives us the best chance to win. Win what? Yeah, no, we know Mickey. Mickey been on Carr's nuts, so I'm not even really Mickey. I ain't even gonna respect what he says like that. I know he did say the plan is for him to be the QB. As far as that best chance to win, man, I done lost respect for Mickey. Other than being able to maneuver the cap, as of late, Mickey ain't been showing up. And I'm talking about in the drafts and stuff as well. We sit here got Isaiah Foskey. I mean, this is supposed to be our DNs and stuff. If y'all watched the last show, y'all tune in. Ones that haven't watched, tune into the last show. When I was talking about our defensive line, we at a point now. Who we got on that defensive line? For the one that ain't listened last night, who we got on the defensive line beside Brian Brzee? Brian Brzee gonna be solid. I think he about to take that next step. But who other than Brian Brzee gonna be able to fit into that 3-4 system? The 3-4 system, the defensive ends got hella more work to do. Hella more work to do on the outside. We shouldn't have to be Staley shouldn't have to be sending, linebacker blitzes every single freaking play this season. Well, I'm telling you, if Kalen Saunders is the nose tackle, and then you have who? We don't even have no name for nobody else. Leslie said Carr is yeah, fam. I agree, fam. He definitely that. But Leslie, man, that's the only thing I could come up with from this news. Like, I tried my hardest not to just go on Kellen Moore because I honestly don't think that Derek Carr is Kellen Moore's guy. I honestly don't believe that. And once again, if that's the case that Derek Carr is Kellen Moore's guy, then Kellen Moore ain't doing nothing but hurting his own resume, his head coaching resume. He got a chance to start a young head coaching career. He 35, 36. He got a chance to get out to a good start as a head coach for the Saints. And you're going to allow Derek Carr to set you back. That's why I said the only scenario I got from this is that Kellen Moore going to try to get his guy. He probably as far as Jackson Dart probably his top goal. Because Cam on Ward and Shador not going to fall. I'm just talking about looking at the QB position. I think he want to get a QB in this draft that he personally likes. He might personally like Spencer Rattler. I don't know. But I just think he going to try to get somebody that he want to pick. Jackson Dart's going to be the first guy. That's excluding Cam Ward and Shador. And then you got the Cal guy from Syracuse. And I believe that's Jalen Milroe. I don't know, man. I don't know how that's gonna play out. I don't know. His throws was kind of up and down today. I know this is the combine, but guys like Jalen Milroe that was talking about he here to prove that he can throw the football and stuff like that. The lights was on you today, fam. The lights was on you today, and you was throwing some iffy throws. So Jerry said, I think Mickey had something to do with Carr returning. Oh yeah, absolutely, fam. Absolutely agree. But I mean, I want to ask y'all this because, like I said, I had to think about it. If Derek Carr would have got off the team, would y'all would have been okay with? Well, obviously, if Derek Carr was leaving, we was most likely going to get a QB in the early rounds, whether it's at 9 or early 30. We'd probably trade up and get they for them to let Derek Carr go. Then that's saying that they got somebody in mind that they want to get in the draft early, and that still might be the case. Okay, we bring that QB in and we throw him out there day one. We see our QB roster. We got both young guys. Spencer Rattler done had 1 year. Jay Hunter done had 2. So he coming into a room where most likely Jake Hanna gonna be demoted to the practice squad. Then you gonna sign a vet QB. Um, would y'all be comfortable with that? Or would y'all be comfortable with Kellen Moore getting this guy? And I don't want Derek Carr out there in 25. But the way it's set up, it's going to save the team money if he gets through this season. Whether it's restructured or anything, it's going to save us money if you get through this season. And they probably, most likely, they got a plan behind it because this year right here, if I'm not mistaken, this is going to be the most he gets out of this deal this year. So you convert about 85% of that into a signing bonus this year. You restructure it to where, if you get rid of him next offseason, it won't hurt you as bad. Would you do that? Just let the QB set behind Carr, and then we do away with Carr? Would y'all rather us get a QB, throw him out in the fire, early? Because the ones that's gonna do that off rip is Cam Ward and Shador, most likely. And that's probably because they're going to Tennessee or Cleveland. Derek Gill said Carr refused to take a pay cut, but he's cool with a restructure. I hope Mickey doesn't have us stuck with Carr longer than 1 more year. Fam, I highly doubt that Derek Carr, Kellen Moore wouldn't have took the job if Mickey had that much control on whether Derek Carr be here or not. I believe the decision was made before Kellen Moore took the job that he wanted, that the scenario could play out 2 ways. They can get rid of Carr now, and it's more, money that's going to be against the team. You ain't going to be able to play as much, or you restructure his deal, make a lot of that $40.1 million a signing bonus. Just let him play 1 more year. Get your QB, let him sit behind Carr, ship Carr out, and then you got your future QB. That's how I think what's happening. Is that a good thing? I mean, the only good out of that is they do the restructure and it can help out, the cap space moving forward. And the QB, seeing how the vet go about his day. That's about it. Leslie said, I'm sick of this CB. Mickey has been shitting on us for 4 years now. Hey, he have, fam. Totally agree. And I'm surprised Miss Benson ain't stepped in and, got rid of him. Why bring in a new head? You bringing in a new head coach, Kellen bringing in his whole new staff. Why not just get a new GM? If you're going to bring in all of that, just let Kellen Moore get the GM he wants. That's what Aaron Glenn wanted to do. If you're going to bring in somebody new, a new head coach, he's going to bring in his whole staff. Why do you still got the same GM there? Everybody's stick runs short, man. Everybody's leash runs short at some point in time. It was time where Breeze them, they done it for a long time, and then it was time where it was time for Breeze to hang it up when they don't start giving out. With Sean Payton, even though he quit on us, I believe he just didn't want to be a part of the Saints no more. He his time was up too. Even though, like I said, he quit on us. Okay, but let me get some more comments, man, and I'm gonna put the link in the comments. You guys, please call in. I want to know y'all thoughts and opinions. And like I said, just think about what I said about that scenario. And I'm not saying that's a great scenario. I'm not agreeing with it. I'm just saying that's the only way I could think about this. I don't think it has nothing to do with Killer Moore saying Derek Carr is the guy, I think I can go win with. That's who I'm going to start my future with. That's not the case. We're just in a situation where Mickey gave this guy $160 million deal with all these big cap hits coming. And now you stuck where you got a new head coach that ain't fully sold in on him. If that was the case, Kellen Moore would have said it in the press conference that Derek Carr is his guy going forward. But he took the respectful route, as expected. Kellen Moore can deal with him for a year. And then especially if we end up getting Genty, then we could be a definitely run first team. Just like Philly, and then just throw the pass when needed. Can do that, and then just go ahead and scoot him up out of here. Hurricane Mike said I would be comfortable with the first option. I feel you on that, fam. Shout out to my brother. He in the building. Shout out to B, man. What's good? B is who y'all getting, man? Y'all looking at Abdul Carter? I mean, what y'all gonna do? Y'all gonna get Carter? What's going on in y'all's camp? Y'all like Shador, Cam Ward? I mean, what's going on with y'all's camp, man? You can let us. You can feed the Who That Nation a few news, man. What y'all doing? Y'all got the number one pick. Let us know what's happening. RG Scott said, wishful thinking. Is it Cam or Shador falls later into our spot? It has happened before. Oh yeah, now if one of them fall to us, we're gonna grab one of them. That's just what that is. And Kellen Moore be a fool not to, to pass that up. I'll be okay with us getting one of them at 9. Could it happen? We'll see. The Raiders just showed interest in Justin Fields. Does that mean if they get Fields that they won't draft a QB? No, they could go the route that I'm currently talking about, that we might be doing what this Derek Carr situation. You bring in a Justin Fields to their organization, you draft your Shador or Cam Ward, you let one of the dudes they get set behind Justin Fields for a year. And then after that year, then the reins is theirs. Justin Fields get a prove-it deal. If he proves it, he can go somewhere else and, compete for a starting spot. That's the scenario. Because I doubt that a QB sitting there and they on the clock, the Raiders, that they're going to pass up a QB. I highly doubt that's what they about to do, but you bring in a veteran QB, Desmond Ridder. I know he done been in the league about 2 years, but he about to hit the free agent market. So he gonna be off the board. He gonna be off the board as far as being a vet QB. RG Scott said, knowing what we know about Mickey, could you blame Sean for quitting? Nah, but the thing about it, Sean had more power than Mickey. That's what I will say. I mean, yeah, Sean had more power than Mickey. It was Sean than Mickey. So I really can't even look at it from that standpoint. Saying that Mickey was, I don't think that was the case. Now, the only thing that Mickey controlled during that time was that's cap. Now maybe he backloaded too many contracts for Sean's liking, and got Sean in a situation where he like, man, I already see what the future about to be, man. Let me just take a year off and go somewhere else and start a new chapter. That could have been the case with Sean. Because it's only so long you can keep backloading contracts, and it got to show face one day. Derek Gill said, Miss Gales feels like she owes Mickey something because he stood by them when Rita tried to take the Saints from Tom. Big facts. That's a good thing, and it also can be a bad thing because you putting personal feelings in business decisions. This is a business at the end of the day. I mean, Sean Payton, you see Sean, he made a business decision. He came down to the Saints in New Orleans in 2006. The same loyalty she got for Mickey, she probably still got for Sean to this day. She feel like she owes Sean. Sean took the job, man. The city had just been messed up by Hurricane Katrina, and he came in, he took the job, and turned the franchise around. Miss Gill, I think she feel, the same with Sean, but Sean made a business decision after his 15, 16 years with the Saints. And he see on the business side, man, it wasn't looking good for the Saints when it came to cap space. Man, how many years you want to keep going into free agency and you can't even compete for one of the top guys? If the Browns release Myles Garrett, which it could be a chance they do that, or most likely they're going to trade him because they did, but just say they released him tomorrow. And free agency come. The Saints has no play in that. It's going to be the teams with the high cap space. The 49ers, they just gave away Debo, but I think he had a 27.1 cap hit on their squad, or 17. It was something like that. But yeah, that's what business and pleasure, man. That's a true statement. You let that pleasure, or not even pleasure, well, personal pleasure, same thing, but personal and business get in the way. Personal and business cannot mesh, and that's a fact. But good comment, Derek. Yeah. JT, shout out to my guy JT, said blessing CB. Blessing to you, fam. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this link in the comment. And you guys please log on. JT said it's going to happen. Sanders is going to fall in Mickey's LOL. Hey fam, it could happen. It could happen. My thing is, I mean, I'm not the type. Like I said, I got my brother in here. He can the B. Okay, let me read B. He said we need Shador. He fits all area from a team marketing standpoint and franchise QB standpoint. We need blank air seats when the new dome open up in 2027. The Shador will sell tickets. Prime effect. Hey man, that's a good point. That's a good point from a business standpoint as well. But you got 2 years into 2027 now. If Shador goes in and he craps the place up, then when 2027 gets here, he I mean that effect that he had coming in, it won't be there. So that's and I ain't telling you how to maneuver as a fan, and I'm just saying you gotta just be an honest assessment. I'm not saying that Shador isn't worthy of being the number one pick, because honestly, in my opinion, when you talk about best player in this draft, to me, it's Travis Hunter, then that Abdul guy. And the reason I put the Abdul called a second is because Travis Hunter, a two-way player. He going in as a corner, but I'm pretty sure he gonna get some snaps as a receiver too, as a receiver. Excuse me. So you got a two-way player that's a dog on both sides. So he's going to be a game changer. That's a for sure impact player you getting in Travis Hunter. Now, and then you got a Dual Carter. And Dual Carter, he got like some Marcus Parsons type effect, in my opinion. I would love for him to drop there. If he drop into our arms, oh my goodness. But good point, B. I mean, I guess that's how y'all Titan fans is looking at it. You're looking at it from putting fans in the seats. In the new dome. I wish we was playing y'all in 27. We might, so I can get out there to the new dome. Check it out. So B, just let me know. I mean, who y'all think? You said we need Shador, so that's your pick. Shout out to T Dirty said was there bit dog. What up with you, T Dirty? Shout out to you, fam. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and put the link in the comment. But yeah, B, I mean, you feel Shador the best guy. The Shador, the confidence is there. Now the confidence is definitely there. We'll see. I'm not about to say that Cam Ward is better than Shador. I ain't gonna say that. But we'll just see. We just got to see what happens, man. We just got to see what happens. But you got people talking about Shador could possibly fall. And, I mean, they were saying that on the TV. So, JT, I mean, that ain't no far-fetched statement because they was talking about that on TV. Could he possibly fall down a few spots? And then I was looking at, some of the draft analysts, they they top draft picks, and Shador was like number 8, number 9. So like, dang, I thought he was like a top 3 pick or something. But anyway, man, the phone lines is open. You guys please call in. First up, we got my guy, Hurricane Mike. Hurricane Mike, welcome to the WDN Chatline podcast, fam. What is your thoughts? Derek Carr situation, draft expectations, anything, man. The floor is yours.
All right, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. I can hear you, fam.
Okay, so well, Derek Carr. Look, Derek Carr is like, it's weird. Like, okay, so this might sound a little weird, but I'm not as mad as everybody else is about the move because I already know what's gonna happen. Well, I don't know what's gonna happen, but here's my perspective on things. I don't like the move. Okay, I like the move when we signed him because it was like, okay, if it works out, it does, and if it doesn't, because like we saw Derek Carr, in 2016 to 2020, he was playing his best football. Like 2021, Raiders were in the playoffs. So we could get that type of Derek Carr, or we could get the Derek Carr that we ended up getting. So I wasn't mad at the move when we did sign him a couple years ago. But now, seeing how everything's played out, it's like, do we really want to do the same thing? But look, a lot of people may know I was high on Kellen Moore even before the playoffs even started. Like, even before people were talking about the same time, I said I want Kellen Moore to be our new head coach because I feel like he's the young. Like, I feel like there's a trend going on in the NFL where young equals like where the youngest coach equals the good coaches. Because I looked at it, and all top 5, the youngest head coach before Kellen Moore got hired, all the teams won at least 8 games last year. So I'm like, it's a trend, all right? Like, and the Eagles did just win the Super Bowl. So I think he's going to fix this thing. Maybe not this year, but I think by maybe 2027, 2028, I think this team could be contending for maybe a Super Bowl, depending on how he fixes this team. But that's my take on the Derek Carr situation. I don't like it, but we did it for 2 years now. So what's one more? I guess. And the draft with the 9th pick, obviously it's the 9th pick. We don't have too many leverage there as if we had like the 5th pick or something. But I will say this: the 9th pick, like a lot of people, here's the position I don't want to go with, and people may call me crazy for this. I don't want us to go offensive line this year because like we got Fuaga, okay, we got Penning, and let's be honest. Shout out to Dolph Jackson. He pointed this out too. What did you really say, man? Like this season, I'm talking about this, like the 2024-2025 season. When were you like, man, Trevor Penning's the worst tackle on this team? We gotta get rid of him because I haven't. And also, not to mention, like we drafted Eric McCoy in the 2nd round. Our best offensive lineman that we have, since Teron Armstead left and Ryan Ramczyk doing whatever he's doing, like now it's like, okay, I mean, Eric McCoy is a 2nd round pick. So I'm just saying, like, if you want to talk about draft need, like, because a lot of people are like, you gotta draft for needs. Yes, but no. Because, like, for example, in the 2019 draft, right, the Giants needed a quarterback, so they reached heavy on Daniel Jones. Now look where that's at. And I understand quarterback is different from offensive line, but that's my perspective on it.
Great points, Hurricane.
All right,
Definitely
but
great points.
I hate to leave so early, but I gotta do something. So I hope y'all have a good night. All right.
All right, fam, man. Thank you for calling in.
All right, who that y'all?
Who that? Shout out to Hurricane Mike, man. Definitely some good points right there. I'm gonna read this comment, then I'm gonna bring our next call in. B said, "I do see should do as the pick, plug and play in Coach Kelly's offense media half to create narratives. We are going to lot should do in the building during his top 30 visit to Nashville." I mean, the ball in y'all's court, the ball in y'all's court, as far as whether y'all get them or not. But I mean, we'll see, man. Do y'all have the pieces to complement Shador? It's just one thing that get a player, and I'm not saying y'all's team. I'm just saying it's not been a lot of teams in the past like the Jags and all these teams. That you getting these top QBs, but then you don't have nothing to complement the guy, and you throwing all the pressure on the quarterback. Like you putting literally all the pressure on the QB. Because look what happened with Patrick Mahomes when Patrick Mahomes came in. Patrick Mahomes, he sat behind Alex Smith one year, and look what that done for him. Yeah, Mahomes would have got thrown into the fire. We don't know we don't know the result of that. We can just assume and say, the talent and stuff, but we really don't know. He probably would have developed into it. We don't know. But we'll go to the next caller. But yeah, B, I mean, do y'all got the piece to compliment him? Y'all got to have a good all season. We're going to bring in Jared to the building. Jared, OG, what's good with you, fam?
What's good, CB? What's going on? What's happening?
No, fam, chilling on this Saturday, man. Just kicking it, watching Combine, checking out some of these prospects, man.
I got you, bruh. CB. Now, if you notice a couple of weeks ago, I mean, I love the hiring of Kellen Moore. I mean, that dude, ever since he became head coach, the dude has been bringing in guys left and right. I'm talking about coordinators, staff members, you name it. Everything was going well the last couple of weeks until the unthinkable happened. Of course, we're talking about Derek Carr returning as our QB1, and I almost felt like my guy T Dirty. Shout out to T Dirty. I almost felt like him. I wanted to cuss, bruh. Real talk. I wanted to cuss so bad, bro. I'm like, all this stuff. I mean, we were having a good time. I mean, picking up guys left and right. Got a new offensive coordinator. Got a new defensive coordinator. Linebackers coach. You name it. and then you're going to bring back Derek Carr for next year to be QB1. Lord have mercy. Mm, mm, mm. CB, I don't know if it's a Mickey thing or if it's a Derek Carr thing or a Saints thing. I cannot answer that for you, bruh. All I know is, just like everybody else, I want this dude really gone. Everybody does. But we stuck with a broken down car. With no fixtures.
I agree with you, fam. I mean, we definitely want them gone, but
All of us do.
yeah. But
But
the way I'm gonna take it is just the only way I can see it is the way that I was talking about earlier, as far as them let this season play out and Kellen Moore gets the QB that he wants in the draft, and then next offseason do away with Carr and then let that QB take the reins. I hope that's the case. If it's gonna play out with Derek Carr coming here, Kellen Moore might as well get his guy. I mean, that's how I see it. You might as well get your guy. If this isn't the guy that you're sold on, yeah. If he's sold on Derek Carr, then that's his career that he putting in jeopardy. This is your young career, Kellen Moore, that you putting in jeopardy, wanting to take a chance on Derek Carr. And just take the play out the window. The guy has been getting hurt. The past 2 seasons, he's been getting hurt. He done got hurt. He done missed games. The first year, I think he got hurt at that Green Bay game. So he been missing some games too. So
and you know why Carr was missing games, CB? Because he ain't had no protective line.
nope.
He ain't have no protective offensive lineman to do what he do. That's why he can't stay hurt a lot. Because you ain't had
no better.
We ain't got that type of protection like what the Eagles is doing. I mean, and look at them up there, and they stack with their offensive linemen. And we just, I mean, they're like hungry hippos out there, and we just not hungry hippos. I'm just saying.
I feel you, fam. So what's your thoughts on the draft? You thinking Kellen Moore got somebody in the draft that he want to do, or you thinking do you think that Kellen Moore sold on Derek Carr to be his guy in the future?
Look, I said this when the first time Kellen Moore became head coach. I say, Kellen Moore, do what you do to get this team back to winning ways. Because just like every other Saints fan, they tired of losing. Lord knows I'm tired of watching them lose. I mean, now I still don't think, from your perspective, CB, I don't think Carr is Moore's guy. From my perspective, I don't. No, I don't think he's the guy for him. I don't think. But that's Kellen Moore's decision. If he want to stick with Carr, fine. If not, fine too. Whichever. But I just need this guy to do things Kellen Moore wanted to do. That's all I want. I just want him to do the best he can to turn this franchise around, because it's been like shit for the last 4 or 5 years. And like I said before, CB, think about the last time the Saints been in the playoffs. It was 4 years ago. 4 years. The last time they were in the playoffs, they played against Tampa Bay and they got knocked out. That's the last time they've been in there. And you and I know, and everybody in the Who Dat Nation know, that we are tired of sitting at home during playoff time, almost Super Bowl time, and we're not in it. I mean, I'm just praying, CB.
I agree. I agree, fam. And like I said, we'll know more as time moves on. We'll know more about what went into this decision on bringing Carr back for this season.
Mhm.
If that's 100% going to happen.
Right. But since we're already in March, there's going to be a lot of madness. I mean, free agency is coming up, and I mean, we already heard about the increase of the salary cap. I want to ask you, CB, do you think that it's time to cut ties with these older players like Cam Jordan and Mario Davis, Tyrann Matthew, and those guys? You think? Because to me, I think we need some young talent. We're good, like you said, we're a young team, and they always talking about, oh, we need to go young. We need to go young. They need to be a young team. Well, you got Kellen Moore now. That he young. So, what do you think, CB?
I mean, far as that go, I mean, do the cap purposes, a few of them OGs gonna have to stay just for cap purposes. So the first name that rings out that has to go out the door is Cam Jordan because he hadn't had no impact. And I said that, last night on the show, once his sack production started falling a
Mm-hmm.
couple years ago, he was still able to be an effective run stopper. Now, this past season, he was ineffective at stopping the run. That had started diminishing it. So now you can't rush the passer no more, and then your run stopping ability has taken a toll too. So I mean, what do you get? So he has to be first on the chart. Then when you go to Demario Davis, I believe Demario Davis, he can give us one more season. I mean, because if we get rid of all of them, I don't think we don't have the cap room to just really just bring in folk like that. I'm talking about like some nice young talent, unless we gonna draft somebody. And with the linebacker position, to me, Demario was supposed to be on that same, in my opinion, was supposed to be on the same list as Cam, leaving at this point. But due to Pete Warner's ability to take that next hurdle, by now, this is what, 3 years he done been behind the Mario. And at one point, you could see that Pete Warner was about to take that next step. He was leading the league. I mean, leading the team in tackles multiple games. You saw that, and then it kind of got on a standstill. Then he started getting hurt. So Pete Warner, to me, he was supposed to take that next step and send DeMario respectfully, on his way out. But his inability to really take that, to overthrow that, and take that as it should have went. I think we need one more year from DeMario. I think he can give us one more solid year. Now, all pro, I don't know. I don't know if he had that in him. As far as Tyron, they gave him an extension last offseason. So I think he needs one more. I'm not gonna say he needs one more year, but if you do away with him, who do you got back there at safety? I mean, yes, we can bring in the draft, but a few guys we're gonna have to keep, far as a proven player. I mean, that's done prove that they can produce. Tyron didn't really show too much decline. It was some games where he was getting the ball thrown, but he also still showed that he can make, a few plays. So his contract really not affecting the salary cap anyway, in a negative way. But like a Cam J, his contract is taking a hit, a significant hit. So they got to do away with him or trade him, whatever they got to do. Which I doubt somebody gonna trade for him at this stage anyway. So there had to be a release.
Right.
DeMario, like I said, with him, I think we can get one more year out of him and one more out of Tyron until we can get a guy back there at the safety position to complement Tyron or have somebody dependable back there. Have somebody dependable back there and then Pete Warner can take that next step.
Right.
So I just think, right now at this point, for sure, Cam Jordan. And like I said, it's all respectfully. I ain't disrespecting the man. It's just all respectfully. Cam J, for
I mean, we
sure.
all love. We all love Cam Jordan, but bruh, I mean, you're already up in age. I mean, and like you say, his sack uh stoppage is like it's slowly declining, bruh. I mean, and that's where you got to get some young fellas up in that front. Which is another thing I want to ask you about, CB. What do you think that the 3-4 defense going to change this Saints defense next year and make them better?
It depends on what we do in the draft, and that's something else that I wanted to hit on. I was kind of chirping on it last night. I'm gonna save the Genty for. I see JT. He on the line waiting. So I heard JT mentioning Genty. So I will talk Genty with JT. But I had mentioned last night about. Will this 3-4 defense suit the New Orleans Saints? As it stands right now, it won't. Because the only player on the defensive front, you only got Brian Brzee. That's the only solid player out there. Kayla Saunders, if they're thinking about putting him out there, that's not gonna work. So your two edge rushers gotta be effective, and your nose tackle gotta be effective. That's why when Staley was out there with the Rams in 2020, when they had the best defense in football, you had Aaron Donald in the middle, and then you had the name slip on my mind. I think Von Miller was out there that year, and then the other guy, forgot his name, out of Georgia. But you had them three. So you could generate a pass rush just off of those three, along with stopping the run. So those four linebackers, and they probably one of those linebackers was probably like a hybrid player. You able to play a little bit more if your front can cause havoc, like we seen in the Super Bowl. Your back end can play more. And right now, as it stands, the 3-4 system doesn't fit our Saints right now until they either get somebody in the draft to get on that defensive line, along with getting a solid vet.
Yeah, get somebody out the draft or get somebody in free agency. And I mean, let's see what happens.
Right. But all right, fam, man, I definitely appreciate you for calling in, fam. Give your thoughts on the situation. We just gotta hope and pray, man, things turn out for the best.
Yeah, that's all we can do, CB.
All right, fam, man. Well, you have a good night, man, and I'll be looking forward to hearing from you on my next show, man.
Will do, man. You be blessed, CB. And shouts out to everybody in the chat. Blessings to y'all. And who that?
Who that?
Who that?
Okay. My mouse just went out, so I'm gonna use the computer. Okay, so now I got my next caller on the line. Shout out to my guy JT. JT, what it do, fam?
All right. Well, yeah, CB, how you doing, man?
Man, I'm good, fam. Glad to have
Yes,
you.
indeed, man. Long time no hear from you, huh?
Yes, sir, fam. But I'm back and running, man. Back and running.
Yeah. Well, it's good. I'm glad you're back on, man. I mean, just stay on for me. I mean, you do a great job. I be looking forward to having you on there. I mean, you and them other the young fellas that have that other show. I be looking forward to having all of y'all, man. You know. But you know how I do it. You know how I do it, CB. I've been around here a long time, so I'm gonna give y'all the truth about everything. I don't sugarcoat. I don't hide it. I try to give everybody the real deal about what I think about, because I've been watching football for years.
Right.
We right now, my podcast family and my Saints family, we gonna have to have the patience of Job right now. I'm just telling you, we got to have the patience of Job for about 2 years. You know, I don't hope not more. I think 2 might be good enough from what I'm seeing. But we've been in this debacle for about since Davenport. I mean, you gotta take it for what it is. Like I've been preaching. You had Davenport as a number 1. Yeah, look at Peyton Turner. Peyton Turner can't beat nobody out. He's the 4th or 5th string defensive end. You know he's not on the team this year. They're not keeping that guy on the team, man. You got a new coach on the defensive side that's gonna change everything up. And just like you said a few minutes ago, CB, I don't think we got the people in the house that can run that defense. You know, and I'm talking about not just people. I'm going plural. I'm not just a few people. I'm talking about almost 10 plus D. You know, that can't run the 3-4 because you need fast linebackers, quick ends, quick linebackers on the ends like Ricky Jackson, Pat Swellen. They got to be fast. You got to be tough in the middle. You know, Vaughn Johnson, Sam Mills. We don't have that right now. And you know. And some people say, "Oh, well, DeMario can run." Let me tell you something. I'm gonna give you the truth right now about what I see about this football team with DeMario. Look at some film at DeMario 3-4 years ago, and then you tell me what he's doing right now. You look at the film he's doing right now. DeMario used to run the contact. Now he's waiting for it. He's waiting for it. He used to go run to that middle and meet that running back in there. That running back coming to him 3 and 4 yards downfield. And by that time, he faster than DeMario. He done skirted on the other way. He done ran the other way. Now, I know some people saying, "Oh, no, man, what TV you looking at?" I'm looking at the same TV, but I'm looking at almost every week we got a 100-yard rush on us, too. That's what I'm looking at. So you can't say, "Well, they got 2 guys on DeMario." No, there's not 2 guys on DeMario. You understand? It's gonna be 1 guy on DeMario. You got to shed your tackler, and there's some things that's not going on. People don't see this, man, and you know they don't see a lot of this stuff. You know that's on the defensive side of the ball. I can go on and on with the defense, but that's gonna be an overhaul. So I'm telling everybody, patience, because we're going to be sitting up here, oh, if the defense stop them right now, we'll win this game. No, it don't happen like that. The other teams are stronger now than we are. We're a growing team. Those teams is like 2 or 3 years from growing better, being better than us. You know, take our division. Everybody's saying, "Oh, we can beat out Atlanta. We can beat out this." Let me explain something to you. The only thing that Atlanta got that may not click as good right now because he's young is the young quarterback. If they had a better quarterback, Atlanta would be leading our division. You know, just straight up. Atlanta got the running game. They got a subpar defense that's about in middle of the road. Ours closer to the end. You understand? The running game they got top notch. Anybody, they can say what they want. Atlanta got the top notch in the division. Okay, Carolina gonna be a surprise team this year. I think Carolina gonna be better than anybody thinks. You know, I think what we saw from Baker Mayfield last year, at the end of last year, I think it's gonna come back on the beginning of this year because it's his time now to go down. He's starting to descend. He's going down. I think he done plateaued now. You put Tampa Bay, and that's what's gonna keep Tampa there. That's why I said the Saints. I always say this, CB, with every team. Who touches the ball the most? The quarterback, right, CB?
Right.
On the offense, the quarterback. Okay, we don't have a quarterback. That's where we at right now. We do not have a quarterback. All right. Now remember, that's Mickey Loomis talking about quarterback 1. Have you heard Kellen say that? Now I'm saying he ain't said, but he probably sat down there with Mickey, and Mickey said we got to have Derek here for another year. You know. All right. Something else is played into that. I know it's something else, but we don't know it yet. We probably will see it in June. That's when we'll see it. But I'm not a Derek Carr fan for this simple reason. For one, I'm gonna go with his what he's supposed to be a quarterback. Derek Carr is he. I don't like him as the football player because he's limited from the quarterback position. You tell me since he's been here, have you ever seen, and I talk this all the time, the back shoulder throw? Take Drew Brees and all his attributes he had with the throws downfield. Derek Carr, he's limited. He don't have the back shoulder throw. He don't have the seam route. He don't have the crossing pattern. He don't have the tight end. He don't have it. He barely can throw. And you look at them plays last year to Alvin Kamara and look at Alvin shaking his head from the screen play to the running back. Every time he was throwing it to him, Alvin had to jump in the air, reach for it, or the ball going to the ground. He's not very accurate, you understand? And I don't think Kellen Moore going to put that behind him because he's a new coach. He's not going to say, this is my quarterback. He's not doing that. You understand? I think he's not. I'm saying he won't be here. I got it by June, and if he is here, he will not start as our number one quarterback. I don't see it. The plays that he have, that's his strong suit. Everybody know is the deep ball. Now, how many times you gonna throw the deep ball? Everybody say, "Oh, the offense got a block." I don't want my quarterback up against good teams, and every time you look around, you're saying the offense got a block, got a block, got a block. When you look at these teams in the playoffs, what these teams was throwing, they was throwing these 15-yard outs and all these kind of. Derek Carr scared to throw that. He can't throw that. You know. Number two, he's not going to run for you. These young guys, they got too many young quarterbacks in the league out here running. That's cerebral. That knows the football, know how to throw, when to throw the ball, know when pressure is coming and where it's coming from. You understand? Number three, and I'm gonna leave it alone with that. Number three, I don't want this guy to be the face of our team because he was not even here. We had a big Super Bowl down here. He did not put his foot in New Orleans for that. And that's an embarrassment to my football team. And I do not want you here if you don't want to be here. At Mickey Loomis, listen to this. I don't want him here because he don't want to be here. That's the same thing y'all tried to do with that offensive coordinator who was with Sean Payton. He didn't want to be the offensive coordinator. Y'all made him, pushed him to be the offensive coordinator, Mickey Loomis and Dennis Allen.
Right.
So don't try. You're not fooling me. Here I am again saying it again, CB. They're not fooling me, and they're not fooling you. You can see it too, CB. You can see it. But we just need to have some patience. And here's the good side of everything. I'm very glad we have a new coach because that new coach gonna come up in here and gonna have new players. You understand? We not gonna go in the season with one center, McCoy, if you understand what I'm saying. He got hurt the third game of the season, and we had to shuffle the deck from then on. You understand? That showed the weakness to the coach and everybody because you went out and got two guys that came here, played, and one of them got hurt. And I mean, it just was ridiculous, you know? So, and it's going to get smoothed out, but it's going to have to take a little time, y'all. I'm telling you, it's going to take a little time. Don't be shocked and sitting up here talking about, oh, Lord, we watch it. We might start out, listen to me good, CB. We might start out 0-8. 0-8. And I'm telling you the real deal because that's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at us, not looking at us winning no games. You know what I want? I want us to just come out. This is the only thing I want to see. Be competitive. If you can compete, I'm fine with waiting and being. everything be fine. Long as you compete. I don't want no walkover team this year. I don't want nobody just blowing by us, like nothing. Right now, everybody see us on their schedule. If I saw the Saints on my schedule, guess I'm putting a check by it. All right, I got this one. I got this. Yeah, they're going to do us that because they're disrespecting us right now. But we got to respect ourselves by doing this first. Win the games at home first. Win those games. Win the majority of them. Go 5-3 with them, or something like that. Win the majority of those games at home. Plus, if you can get a division game here in their conference, here or there, we can be okay with those. But I'm looking for let's win the games at home first. Especially either win the games at home or just win your divisional games. Then you're showing me you're getting somewhere, But at the same time, that won't happen. Listen good, y'all. It won't happen with Derek Carr at quarterback. He disrespect our team. I don't want him with us because he's not a Saints. He's not Saints material. I do not want him with me.
And honestly, not thinking, I forgot about that whole situation. That's why, all signs was pointing to him leaving because he wasn't even in the city for the Super Bowl.
Right.
The Super Bowl is in your city. Every city that the Super Bowl has been in, the starting QB has been a part of something in the city.
Yeah, right.
So we just knew that the guy was on his way out.
That's right. That's why I say
on TV. They were selling on TV.
Yeah.
You had seen Derek Carr.
And then I don't know if you heard this, CB. I got bits and pieces of this here too. I saw it on TV. The commentator was reading something off about Derek Carr's cousin, or brother, or something like that. They were saying that Kellen Moore was a better college quarterback than he was, and the feelings was hurt. His family feelings was hurt, or his brother feelings was hurt. So he put out something about, if I'm getting this right, it said, look at Derek's financial structure in football and look at Kellen's. And I said, oh, that's low down. Now, if I heard something like that, do you think Kellen Moore heard that? And you think you're going to have this? Would you, CB, or any caller or anybody in the chat, would you want him to be your quarterback after statements like that? You think he didn't know that guy, his cousin or brother, was going to put that out? Man, I heard that. When I heard that, and they were saying about that on his TV, I was like, man, I know he wasn't here. I know he wasn't going to be here. I wouldn't keep him here. I wouldn't have him here. I wouldn't have him in my locker room. I'm gonna tell you, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't have him here. You don't do stuff like that. Your Super Bowl here in your city, you come and represent your team. You our leader as a quarterback. You understand? You come on and represent your team. No, you don't want to represent your team. You want to do the real, like they say, the real Derek Carr. Please stand up. And you can't tell nobody nothing. What they gonna be who they are, right, CB? They gonna be who they are. All right. This is Derek Carr. In the football game, when he throwing the pass and the guy had to jump up for the pass and everything, what did he do? He went to McCoy and telling him about something about blocking. McCoy's jumped. You remember that? Where McCoy jumped on him on the middle of the field, telling him about something. I say that's Derek Carr, and we don't need that kind of quarterback here to start pointing fingers at people saying it's their fault and all of that. No. That's when I knew I didn't want him as our quarterback. Now it's even worse. The kind of person and quarterback he is right now, he can't lead my team. He cannot lead my team. I don't care what go on. I watch football a very long time. Feelings are involved in a lot of stuff. And right now, he got feelings. His feelings are involved. Kellen Moore's feelings are involved. He got a lot of people feelings involved in this. You won't get anywhere with this quarterback here the way he is. Far as what I know, the guy, Moscone, I think he said, one of them said he was selling his house in New Orleans or something like that in this area. So if he's selling his house, I don't think he's going to be here. He's ready to go.
No, I heard, I don't know, I don't forgot exactly who said it. I believe it was
I don't know who.
Somebody on WWL said that
Yeah.
Carr had a sit down with Kellen Moore.
Mm-hmm.
So they had a sit down. So I don't know exactly what the talks was about. And
then you so bigoted that somebody asked him, is he gonna take a pay cut? The lady asked him. He talking about he ain't taking no pay cut. That right there threw it. I mean, I'm like, dude, I know. So again, like I said before, with football, football is about all these contracts. It's the way they write these contracts up. And if the Saints put their foot in their behind with this guy, they ain't gonna be the first team. Look at Denver. Sean Payton went over there. What he did with Russell Wilson, threw him out of here. And how much they owed Russell? So many millions of dollars more than Derek Carr. Man, I'd have pitched Derek Carr out the door and ate that. What the Giants did with that boy Jones, threw him out the door, right? What that quarterback name? Was it the Giants? They let Daniel Jones. Yeah, that guy. They was owing Daniel Jones big money. They let him go out the door. Another quarterback. I forgot the other. I mean, it's a lot of teams that bit that bullet and went on. Say, man, I ain't worried about it. Don't worry about what money you got involved in here this year and next year. Next year, the money gonna go up higher. Again, I mean, come on, man. Let him go. How many people still on the books right now that you don't have on the team? You understand what I'm saying, CB? If you throw that away right now, you won't have to worry about it later. He's just in the way right now. He's slowing down growth and progress from Rattler and other quarterbacks. I don't want that like that. You get rid of that right now. Fix all that up later. You understand? And somebody take the books out of Mickey Loomis' hand and everything, because he's gonna be writing stuff about all kinds. Oh, we gonna need this. No, he gonna burn the books up. Him. You gotta get him out of here. Him too, Mickey Loomis. But I know he ain't going. I know he ain't going nowhere, because that's something else that's involved in there. But we got to get this quarterback. Yeah, we got to get this quarterback out of here.
Yeah. And that's the difference between a Sean Payton, and a Mickey Loomis. Like you see, Sean. I mean, that was the great point you made. Like up in Denver, he didn't want Russell Wilson no more.
Wilson, right.
They took the bullet. They ate the bullet.
Yeah, they that's right. Mil. That $37 million, but they just bid it, and that's a lot cheaper than Derek Carr's.
Yep,
a lot cheaper.
That's a fact.
I don't like that. And you know what else I don't like, CB? I don't like this here. I was looking at this other program, and they said Sean Payton called Mickey Loomis and told him, "Hey man, when are y'all getting y'all coach so I can get my coach?" See that friendship stuff, that friendship type of stuff in the football. That's why I told somebody on the podcast, if they can do that friendship stuff all around, get this player to come here and go get him to do it. They can tell a player, look, I could get you here. Now tell me if I'm wrong, CB. I could get you here. You give me 10 mil, they gonna pay you 50 mil. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's a big money thing going on there. Nobody walked into that and understood that. But believe me, I know I see stuff that I feel is going on. What I mean by see it just happens so much, CB. And I'm tired of seeing the same thing happen. I say, well, how do these people rotate like that? And these players come, and they just rotate around like, it don't happen like that. You got to have somebody like they say about a player. They say, oh, that player trying to go to this team. And then when you realize that the commentator tell you, oh, the GM is the person who got him at the other team. Okay, with y'all talking together on the side, I'm gonna bring you over here on this team. They might not talk money right up, but I think it's about money. Everything about money. Everything's about money. Everything's about.
Check this out, JT.
Yeah.
Now you see how Sean he soon as he got to Denver, he said, Russell, that ain't my guy. Whatever.
Yeah.
If it costs us all of this, now if Derek Carr it plays out the way he the QB and stuff, do we look at Kellen Moore and be like, this was my question marks about Kellen. I'm not saying he might have that dog in him. I'm talking about holding players accountable.
Yeah.
Like if you don't want the person Kellen Moore, before Kellen Moore took the job, this Derek Carr situation was on the table. Hey,
it was on the table, but I think it was on the table. But with the same saying, with Mickey Loomis saying, if he was doing the talking, saying that money is deeply involved, that still wouldn't have played nothing to me. Because, but I hope Kellen said, well, it don't have it's not my quarterback. It don't have nothing to do with me. You understand? I think it, like I said, I'm gonna talk. I think between now and June, I think June gonna call it for the way this gonna go with him, with Derek Carr. I don't see him being here. That's me. I don't see it. And if he is here, I see him. You and anybody in the chat and anybody in the callers, tell me what more you think you could see from Derek Carr that you ain't seen in 11 years. What more you think you're going to see? He done been through different coordinates. What more you think you can see? How better you think? You think Derek Carr going to be better than he was all the 11 years? Or you going to look at the same quarterback? And you tell me the top, 7 or 8 quarterbacks in the league, what they do best? Maybe 10 of them. What they do best? They be running, right? They run a lot. Because it's a young quarterback league. Derek Carr don't run. Derek Carr stand there and he's reading the play, and he's scared to throw the ball because he's holding it too long because he know he won't make that throw. But if that throw is to go deep, oh, you can see him. You put that bounce in him. I tell a friend of mine when we watching the game, oh, bro, he about to throw it deep. He bouncing. As soon as you see him look tall and stand tall, and boom, he throw that ball, CD. He throw that ball straight on out there. He love it because he know he good at it. But we don't need no deep ball thrower like that. We need somebody that can take the team down the field and score. We can't, CB, we can't even, our whole plays change when we inside the 20. We can't even score.
Yeah.
I mean, it's ridiculous.
He horrible in the red zone.
Yeah, he horrible. I mean, he can't do it, man. He just can't do it. CB, you think I'm lying? I sit here, and me and my partner, we look at the games, and Lord, we be up here screaming at each other when we see somebody getting caught from behind. I'll be like, oh, and look, they be done ran 40 yards and got caught. And can't, boy, I tell you, can't even score a touchdown. Can't score 3 points. You know? We got that little guy who looked like he a little skateboard rider kicking for us. Man, we can't even get 3 points sometimes. You understand? I mean, it's tough, man. That's why I tell everybody, please be patient. This JT telling y'all, just be patient. Please be patient. Because this here gonna be a ride, y'all. This gonna be a ride. You gotta be a Saints fan, and you gotta get on that bandwagon, and you gotta fall off and get on, fall off and get on, fall. You're gonna have to tough it out. because it's gonna be rough. We may set up here the beginning of the year, CB. I'm telling you, I'm always hitting you with them, CB. 0-8. We might be 0-8. We might be 1-6. We might be 2-9. Oh Lord, come on, CB, man. We gonna be awful. Just be ready to get in that top half of that draft, that top 5 next year. That's where we at. It's been a long time. We was 9th pick now. We almost, and look, 2 games at the end of the season, we were sitting at 5.
Yeah.
We were sitting at the 5th pick. Man,
It's the first time since 06. That's a
Yeah.
long time.
Long time. That's a long time. So all in all, CB, is we as in you, me, the fan base, we deserve better because we used to better now. We've been having better. And I say, you know what? Let's keep this thing having better and wanting better. But man, we done went into the depths at every position on the team. I mean, this whole team gonna flip in 2 years. In 2 years, CB, it's gonna flip in 2 years. I mean, everybody, Cam Jordan ain't gonna be here. Honey Badger ain't gonna be here. DeMario ain't gonna be here. I mean, Taysom Hill. I mean, all these people, bro. Ruiz looking like he a shortstop out there, man. He don't even need to be on the team. That dude too small, man. Come on, man. Yeah, he's too small. You seen him standing next to Ingram the other day. Ingram bigger than him, and Ingram is short. Come on, man. We got to get some people that know football. That's why I'm glad Kellen Moore and them is in here. These people, long as they can get people that know football, and I want this guy to get him a quarterback. That's what I want. It's gonna be all right. But right now, bro, we gonna be it's gonna be tough, man. I'm just building myself up. Anybody who got pressure problems, they better get them some pressure medicine and everything. Start getting on it right now. Get on it gradually. Get yourself together, bro. It's gonna be tough, boy. It's gonna be tough. Believe me.
The fam, man, I definitely appreciate you for coming in.
You're right. You're right, CB.
Crucial points.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, we got look. The name of it is patience. Keep telling everybody to have patience, CB, because they need it, bro. I'm telling you, you got to keep telling them. Keep telling them. Soon you start, tell them. Team, fam, y'all gonna have to have patience now. Because they're gonna be tough, bro. They're gonna be calling you up, cussing them out. Oh, they need to sell the team. They need to. No. It's gonna be tough right now, y'all. This gonna be something y'all never seen. Just like we won the Super Bowl and went through all of that. This gonna be tough right here. Believe me. It's gonna be tough, man. We ain't got. This is what I'm talking about. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna stop right there, CB, because I can go on and on. All right, defense, the front line. We can't stop the run. The linebackers, the lowest tackling ones in the NFL. The third level, the cornerbacks. They always injured and hurt, and our free safety can't stop the tight end on no team. You understand? So our offensive line, we need people on the line. We ain't got nobody. We got one center last year. That's all we had, and we got a fullback that's just sitting on the team recouping checks every week. I mean, you know what I'm saying? We gonna be a while, man. It's a work in progress right here. That's what this is. So, well, CB, look, bro, it's good talking with you, man. I'll get on you every time you get down, bro. Every time I can catch you, I'll get on it with you, bro. I'm right here.
Okay, appreciate that, man.
Yeah, the old man sitting right here. Gonna help all of y'all. I'm gonna help y'all, family. I got the cure. I got the cure.
But be on the lookout, man, because I'm gonna have something coming up soon. Probably about Monday. Something else talking about this draft, man.
I'm gonna be on it, bro. I'm gonna be on it. I'm with you. You have a good night. Y'all take it easy, family out there. Have patience. Have patience.
All right, fam. Who that?
All right. All right. All right.
Man, shout out to my guy JT, man. For all my Who-Dats, if you didn't take nothing away from what my guy JT just came on and said, man, it's like, come on now. All this good stuff he just put out, great points. The point that stood out to me, which I totally forgot about, I totally forgot about that situation that wait, well, first, before I even get into that, man, I see we got a new listener in the building. I want to shout out to Mitch Swagger. Mitch Swagger, I believe this is your first time to the podcast, man. Welcome to the WDN Chatline podcast. We laugh, debate, we have a good time, man. We just a big family. Anytime you feel like calling in, you can call in, man. Chop it up with me. Right now, I'm running the show. I usually have Saints Uptown on with me. He'll be on later, but man, we a dope podcast. It's something you want to listen to, man. Feel free to express yourself. This is the podcast to do so, along with other Saints podcasts. But welcome. Loomis got too much pride to admit he was wrong about Carr. Hey, that's definitely a good point right there. That's a great point right there. He got too much pride, and he also doesn't have any balls to tell the man, we this ain't what we want. We don't want you no more. But going back to JT's point of the whole Denver situation he brought up, which I totally forgot about it once again. If Kellen Moore do not want Derek Carr to be his QB, he need to say something right now. If that means you got to take a bullet, you see what the Denver Broncos, Russell Wilson's contract, the Broncos had to eat $37 million. Sean Payton was like, okay, we just going to have to eat it, man. And look at the position they in. The following year, you get your quarterback, and he lead his team to the wild card. Now Sean Payton got his QB, and we know how Bo Nix is looking. His ceiling is up the roof. And he's going to do nothing but get better and better as time goes on. Had a solid rookie campaign. But what did Sean do? He came in, he wanted his guy. He had to deal with Russell Wilson for about half the season. So if you ain't able to do it right now, Kellen, you the head coach of the team. I honestly thought that you would have had this situation addressed before you came in. If you want to give Derek Carr a shot under you, that's on you. It's all going to be on you. Whether you bring other pieces in that can help, do the thing, man, and get this team solid, it's on you. But just know, when Derek Carr is part of it's one thing to get rid of Derek Carr and we bring somebody new in and we be patient and we go through the growing pains. But if we bring in the same old individual back and it's the same results, that's what makes it worse. And then that's when the leash is going to get short with you from the fan base. And you going to hear it from the fan base. Derek Carr hears it. Why you think Derek Carr didn't show up for the Super Bowl? You don't think him and Mickey done had one conversation, or him and Kellen? Well, no, not even Kellen, because at that time, Kellen didn't know, but he wasn't a coach then. But you don't think he had one conversation with Mickey since the season ended, and Mickey was like, yeah, man, I want you to be back. Derek Carr even knew that it was a good chance he wasn't coming back. That's why he wasn't here in the Super Bowl week. That doesn't make sense. You the QB. You supposed to be the QB of the team. You saying that you putting up highlight videos talking about you deserve to be with the team, and you don't deserve to get traded or released and stuff. Like, come on now. I don't know what went on that week. Maybe you had something personal more important than that. But if you at home chilling and only you know whether you were just at home chilling or was did you really have something important going on? But to me, I just believe, and I ain't, judging or nothing. I believe that you were just sitting at the crib with no personal family plans, and you decided to take that time off. That's what I think. But anyway, that's gonna wrap the phone lines up, man. Want to thank you guys for tuning in. And the last few things I want to leave y'all with is, if Mickey Loomis is throwing Derek Carr on Kellen Moore, we got a long ride. And Kellen Moore, he got to stand up. It don't matter. He the head coach of the team. He the one got to deal with, being fired. And this is his coaching career. So either you can come in, stand on business. That's what I'm saying. If you're not a rah-rah guy, you don't got to be a rah-rah guy. But at the end of the day, you a man and you supposed to stand on business. If you don't want the dude, you don't want the dude. It's that simple. You don't have to go about it the Sean Payton way. Sean Payton way was kind of letting Russell know, we don't want you. We don't want you to be the QB. We going to bench you the rest of this year. They like it. You don't got to do it like that. Don't sit there and just try to force this man back just because he under contract, and that ain't who you really want. Because if that's the case, man, then now we're gonna start getting early impressions of you that we shouldn't be getting right now. With Kellen Moore right now, what we should be doing as fans is seeing the brass he done brought in and seeing what he possibly got for the future. But bringing back Derek Carr, man, I that's not gonna help you, dog. To just put the play, if you just take the field play away, whether it was good, bad, or ugly, the man ain't been that healthy. He's been getting hurt, and due to the fact, the first year, it was due to the fact that the offensive line had something to do with it, but if he had legs like a Jalen Hurts or, Josh Allen, something like that, I believe that could have been avoided. It would have been avoided, but he one-dimensional. He don't have no feet. And then the following year, he tried to run with his feet, and you see he don't have no awareness of nothing. He tried to scramble, and he just looked at clumsy out there, and he got hurt. But that's going to wrap tonight's show up, man. Like I said, I'm always getting on saying this won't be a long show, and it ended up being a long show, which is all good, man. It's all good. Shout out to all the callers that called in. Shout out to my guy Jerry, JT, Hurricane Mike. Everybody had great points tonight. And as we move forward, for the ones that, want to call in, man, go ahead. Just hit that link when I put it in there, man. I want to talk to everybody that's, in the chat. We're going to get this thing. We got it back rolling. We're just trying to build our family up, make people aware of the podcast. And sorry for starting off late, man. I'm having trouble with streaming, streaming from StreamYard to my X account. My X account, I got to reach those fans as well. I got to follow them over there, the podcast. So, I'm trying to work them kinks out. And then as soon as I get that kinked out, I'll be getting, reaching out to all the social media networks. So we're just trying to make people aware of this podcast, man. It's a dope, laid-back, chill podcast, man. Not doing nothing for no money. I'm not getting paid enough, man. This is just what I love to do. This is therapy. This is therapy for me. So you guys, once again, please like, subscribe, follow the page. This is your boy CB. See you guys next time. Be on the lookout. The next show that I'm going to do is most likely going to be now that Derek Carr, they're saying the plan is for him to play 2025. I'm gonna just go ahead and do a show based on who should go and who should stay. And I've been meaning to do that show for a while. I had that show set aside, but it's really too early to do that until your new head coach come in and you start trying to, see things. But a show will be on that. I can do that. I might do that tomorrow, Monday night. You guys should stay tuned. But this the whole CB and I'm out. Who that?